Hey, boy, what day is this?
Why, it's Christmas, sir.
That's wonderful! Now get the hell off my lawn!
American Dad is one of my favorite shows of all time, and some of the best episodes are their Christmas specials. So come along with me as I rank every single American Dad Christmas special. This is gonna be a fun one, so grab a Sprite Cranberry and enjoy the show.
Oh!
Yeah, let us remember the reason for the season.
First, we have Season 19, Episode 22, Grouch. Yeah, this is bottom tier. To give you an idea of the tone they set for this, the episode starts with Snot ranking the Smith family on who's the hottest.
Steve came in a strong third. His silky hair and soft hands are great, but it's that fat ass that put him over the top.
And out of all the Smiths, Roger ranks last. To which, yeah, he's a 4-foot gray alien. No amount of wigs and makeup is gonna change that. Because of this, his confidence is shot. And after years of having no sex, he declares war on Sexmas.
I am not Roger anymore. Call me the Grouch. The Grouch who stole Sexmas.
This is barely a Christmas episode. Besides it taking place during the holidays, it doesn't become relevant to the story until the second half, and it's all for a punchline. It's a okay episode. The stuff with Stan was kind of funny, but the whole Grinch parody thing, that was alright. Overall, it's an okay Christmas episode. It's just the weakest of the group. This next one is one of the more risque episodes. Season 15, Episode 1, Santa Schmanta. With Santa dead, the Smiths can finally go back to celebrating Christmas, until Roger, out of spite of nobody listening to him, converts to Judaism and tries to make Hanukkah more popular than Christmas. Yeah, Roger kinda sucks in this one. He's his usual selfish, narcissistic self, but this time, homie is a menace, destroying the Smith house, driving through the mall. He brings back Santa's body just to prove a point, inadvertently becoming the new Schmanta.
Holla at you, boy!
Oh my god. The episode's chaotic.
I f***ed a chicken.
What?!
There are some funny bits here and there, but overall the episode was okay for the most part. Just compared to the rest of the episodes on this list, it doesn't compare.
I'm king of the Jews!
She missed the pool.
Next, we have Season 11, Episode 20, Give Me Liberty. This one's about the CIA Christmas party gift swap. Stan forgets to get a gift for the party, leaving Bullock without one. In an attempt to cover his tracks, with the help of Roger, he spins a web of lies until shit hits the fan.
I declare prima nocta!
This is one of those episodes where I'll watch it if it's on, but I rarely look for it. There's still some funny moments. Bullock is at his best, obsessing over finding the culprit. In the B-plot, Steve starts a side hustle being a pretend boyfriend, and that works out exactly how you think it would. Overall, the episode was fine, nothing too special. Next, we have Season 10, Episode 9, Dreaming of a White Porsche Christmas. In this episode, Stan makes a wish to be a single man and gets his life switched with Principal Lewis. Stan is kind of a psycho in this episode. Once he finds out that his family belongs to Lewis, homie takes him back by force, and because of monetary reasons, I can't show you what happens next. This was a fun episode. The bits with Stan and Roger dancing the good time is still great. I always loved how American Dad never shied away from using licensed music. It's always done to great comedic effect. Like, remember when they used Turn My Swag On for that Ferrari scene? Let's take a moment and really process Black Steve and Haley for a second. Something about Haley with dreads kinda works, I don't know. But this is just Steve in blackface.
Nigga!
Though, word around the cookout, Steve was already black. The big twist in the episode is when we find out that the family we all knew isn't his real one.
Where's my real family?
This is your real family.
Wait, Francine, Steve, and Haley aren't my real family?
No.
I didn't remember much going in, but this was a good episode and kinda heartwarming.
Mom, Dad, I learned my lesson. I'll never take you for granted again.
Snot, for the last time, you're not our son.
It was worth a shot.
25 Days of Christmas on Fox Family. That's 24 more than when I was a kid.
Up next, we have a classic. Season 2, Episode 9, The Best Christmas Story Never. It's basically a retelling of A Christmas Carol. Stan's mad that PC culture is destroying Christmas.
But now the liberals have decided that Christmas is offensive. Someone's feelings could get hurt.
So the ghost of Christmas past shows up to teach him a lesson. Then there's this whole thing with Jane Fonda. Okay, maybe it's not a retelling. This is a classic episode and still holds up to me. Stan's beef with Jane Fonda is still funny. The subplot with Roger discovering disco as Roger Epstein, no relation, I think. I also love the background signs at the mall. Confusing sign, yes we're open, baby and shower, expensive and useless. Man, I love American Dad. The Ghost of Christmas Past, played by Lisa Kudrow from Friends, was really good. I don't know, this is just a solid episode of American Dad. I forgot just how good some of the older episodes are. Season 19, Episode 7, 90 North, 0 West. This episode continues and subsequently ends the long-running feud between Santa and the Smiths. Instead of risking another bout with Santa, they decide to skip Christmas altogether. But Steve's not ready to let it go, and while he's celebrating Christmas, he gets captured by Santa.
Cut his throat, but make it Christmassy. He wants a nice Christmas.
Damn, nigga.
So it's up to the Smiths to get him back with the help of Grampus.
Behind the line! Everyone needs to stay behind the line!
This ties into the B-plot where Santa tries to take over the world with some ancient ritual. Jim Rash guest stars as some fired elf, and though he's not in the episode long, he was still fun.
I believe in the magic of Christmas. La la la.
This episode has one of my favorite bits in all of American Dad.
I don't have kids. I've never had a child.
No kids.
No kids.
No, I don't want no kids. A kid is a thing I don't have or want to have.
I still really like this episode, but it is the weaker of the three in my opinion. Once they got into Santa's villainous plan, I kind of checked out. They turned him into a Bond villain, and I just wasn't feeling it. Season 8, Episode 7, Season's Beatings.
Are you watching this?
Stan gets excommunicado from church after beating up Jesus in a jealous rage.
You don't deserve to be on that cross, you lazy, wine-loving bisexual!
Desperate to find a way back in, he finds out that Haley and Jeff's newly adopted son is the Antichrist, and he attempts to sacrifice him. This episode is fucking nuts, while also being one of the funniest.
Clancy? Clancy? You okay, boy?
This nigga Nemo is a menace. He possesses Steve and uses him as a bat, and he kills Father Donovan. This episode is chaotic, but it's also a really fun watch. Season 3, Episode 8, The Most Adequate Christmas Ever. In this episode, Stan becomes a pretentious know-it-all about Christmas, writing off all of his family's attempts to make it special for him. And in an attempt to find the perfect tree, he dies. And the rest of the episode is him trying to get back to Earth before his family dies. This is one of my favorite Christmas episodes. The whole bit about Heaven Court is hilarious.
Everybody on the ground, now!
He's got a heaven gun!
Those can kill anybody!
Why do we have those again? I don't mean to be that guy, I'm happy here, but why is this not an issue?
And also, why does Stan die with his gun? I also love the bit with Jim Henson.
You will bow down before me, son of God!
In the end, Stan has a standoff with God and learns that he doesn't know everything. And after this simple act of humility, he gets his family back. This is a great episode, but it also gives me those Christmas vibes I crave. I always make a point to rewatch this one. Season 9, Episode 8, Minstrel Krampus. This one starts with Steve singing, automatically a top tier episode. Steve gets captured by Krampus, so Stan and Roger go on a rescue mission to save him, with the help of Santa Claus. All the while, Haley's trying to figure out what to get her family for Christmas.
Perfect thing, can't you see? A tub of popcorn's 3, caramel for mom, salted for dad, and a hearty cheese for Steve.
I've had my fair share of shitty Christmas gifts, but a tub of popcorn 3 might be the worst I've ever heard. This is a musical episode, and a pretty damn good one. Every song bangs. Steve is great, as usual, but Krampus steals the show. The singing voice was supplied by Charles Bradley. They only gave him 2 songs, but they still hit. Danny Glover also helps bring the character to life. I love his rants about Sheila in Baltimore.
Pain is having a girl named Sheila walk out on you in the middle of downtown Baltimore for some guy named Dennis.
I don't know who Sheila is, but she broke the homie's heart. Out of the trilogy, this is my favorite version of Santa. He's still unhinged, but it's more cartoony and funny.
Most of my portfolio is in toy stocks.
But in terms of character, this is one of my favorite interpretations of Santa Claus. Second to Black Santa Claus from Black Dynamite. Stan's dad is also a highlight, coming in to save the day with his Rossignol skis, and through his sacrifice, he becomes the new Krampus. It's a Christmas miracle.
Merry Christmas! And from your ass.
Whoa! Next we have Season 17, Episode 24, Yuletide Repeat. Stan is sick of having weird, unorthodox Christmases, and he tries to plan the perfect Norman Rockwell Christmas for his family. But of course, it all goes wrong. As a result, Stan gets stuck in a Christmas time loop, trying to figure out what's happening while also trying to save his family from disaster. I never caught this episode when it originally aired, which is a shame because this episode is great. It's hilarious and honestly might be one of the funniest episodes I've seen in a while.
I'm being given a chance to save my family.
You're being given a chance to save your nasty ass skin.
Also, the Langley Outdoor Mall looks amazing. It really hits you hard in the Christmas vibes. The jokes are damn near rapid fire, but it also has a bunch of wholesome moments. I love the bit with Haley and Stan playing basketball.
Michael Jordan!
Larry Bird!
Airbud!
Airbud 2 Golden Receiver!
For the love of Benji!
Turner and Hooch!
Dog Day Afternoon!
Beverly Hills Chihuahua!
The ending is kinda wild. Steve can never catch a break.
Time to relax with a little hand-to-gland combat.
Oh my God.
You know what's kinda odd? He was whacking it to Allison Janney, who's in her 60s. And you know what makes this even weirder? She was in a sitcom called Mom, and we already know Steve has a thing for moms.
Damn, if that wasn't my mama.
This was a great episode, and it's honestly become one of my favorites in the whole series. Next, we have Season 5, Episode 9, Rapture Delight. Stan's become obsessed with his faith, and after having sex in the church closet, the rapture comes and leaves them behind.
Oh my God! The homeless guy from the bus station is hung.
Giggity.
This is a wild episode. They really lean into the rapture stuff. Full-blown Armageddon. As someone who grew up on VeggieTales, the bit with the puppets always cracks me up.
Jesus is coming back. Did he forget something?
Nope! Jesus is coming back for Armageddon!
The episode is packed full of jokes and gags. Michelle makes a cameo in heaven. There's also a callback to the Gold Poop episode. Roger desperately trying to get off the planet. Francine dates Jesus, which is a whole thing.
He turned water into fire!
But arguably, the best part of the show is the Antichrist.
Condemn them, Mother! For they know exactly what they do!
Lord Jesus.
If this is what the Antichrist is gonna be like, I think we'll be alright.
Smell my ass!
This is one of the best episodes they've ever done. I go back to rewatch this one even outside of the holidays. The best American Dad Christmas episode. Season 6, Episode 8, For Whom the Sleigh Bell Tolls. The episode that started it all, where the beef between Santa and the Smiths began. Honestly, catch me on a different day, I might say Rapture Delight's the best one. But today, I'm feeling Sleigh Bells. After Stan gives Steve a gun for Christmas, doing some target practice, they accidentally shoot and kill the real Santa Claus. He's eventually brought back to life, and is hell-bent on getting revenge on the entire Smith family. I love the funny notes each one of them gets, my personal favorite being Haley's, THCU in hell, hilarious. Also, this is the only time where Santa's kind of in the right. I mean, they shot this nigga on a smoke break and then buried him in the woods.
I can't believe you guys didn't let me smash his teeth out and cut off his hands.
Whoa, wait a minute now.
This is one of my favorite Christmas episodes ever. It's great from start to finish. The tone of the episode is drastically different, but it works. It's just as funny as any other episode, if not funnier, while also bringing a level of intensity I don't think we've seen before. The final battle between Santa's army and the Smiths is phenomenal. It's chaotic, but it's paced in a way that is still easy to follow. The music in this episode is also great. I love the battle theme. And the side mission with Roger and Bob Todd was really good too.
You are always welcome here, Budrow. You are my kin.
And I will let you drive my Camaro when I fix the god-dang drive shaft.
I don't know what more I could say. This was a phenomenal episode. And though this was my favorite, I have a special place in my heart for all the Christmas episodes. And if you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. But you don't have to take my word for it.